So today is part 2 of thyroid medication, thyroid hormone replacement. I'm Danielle Mayteeb, scientist, health coach, and mom with Hashimoto's. So yesterday I talked about T4, the most common medication, levothyroxine, given for treatment of hypothyroidism. For many, many people, that is not sufficient. At least 10 to 20% of people still have symptoms, and frankly, I think it's a lot higher than that. More people just learn to put up with it and not complain. But in fact, T4 is not what our body needs. Our body's healthy thyroids will make T4, and healthy bodies will convert from T4 to the active hormone T3, both in the liver and kidneys, and then also in the tissues themselves. Everywhere except the brain, T4 can be converted to T3. But if your body's not doing that conversion, if you're not getting the T3 you need at the cellular level, you're still going to have hypothyroidism symptoms no matter what your labs say. So what can we do? Some people will benefit from combination therapy. That is when you are taking both a T4 medication and a T3 medication. That means T4, levothyroxine, Synthroid, Tirosint, and T3, which is the generic is called liothyronine, or the brand name is Cytomel. I have been on this combination for 20 years. So some doctors will be like, oh my God, that's dangerous. You're going to have a heart attack. You're going to lose bone mass. It's just not true. There's plenty of people on combination therapy and they're perfectly fine. In fact, there's some evidence like people like me have actually a certain gene type of allele that we don't make as much of the hormone, of the enzyme that converts from T4 to T3. So I need this combination therapy. So this combination therapy, another problem doctors say is that the half-life, meaning how long T4 stays in your bloodstream, is like days, 7 days, whereas T3 only stays in your bloodstream a few hours. So they'll say, well, we can't just give it to you all at once in the morning because then you won't have enough later in the day. Okay, I'll take it twice, which is what I've been doing successfully for 20 years, since March 2003. Women aren't stupid. Set an alarm on your phone. I take it at 7 in the morning and at like 3 or 4 in the afternoon. 3 or 4, depending on when my last meal was, and I feel totally fine. Good news also is that a number of companies are working on a time-release T3. So that will get rid of that argument. But in the meantime, it is completely possible to get T4 and T3, 2 separate pills, and just take that T3 more than once a day. Usually you'll start with 5 micrograms in the morning and 5 in the afternoon or something like that. If your doctor's like, oh my God, that's dangerous, just ask them to try it. Say, can I just try 5 micrograms in the morning and see how I feel? Again, that's combination therapy, T4 and T3. A lot of doctors will not prescribe it because they don't know what to do with it. So you may have to find a different doctor. Stay tuned. Tomorrow I will go into another option for thyroid hormone replacement.